Please welcome Atlassian Head of Product Marketing for AI, Melissa Miller.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the AI Super Session. I'd like to welcome both our in-person audience and our digital audience today. So today, I'm going to take you through some of our biggest updates in AI here at Atlassian. This includes our platform functionality in Atlassian Intelligence that you all can experience in our products, including Jira and Confluence in our Premium and Enterprise editions, as well as our newly announced product, Atlassian Rovo. Now, Atlassian's mission is to unleash the potential of every team. So I want to start by highlighting why we believe AI is important to how work gets done, and more importantly, in the potential of transforming teamwork through human-AI collaboration. This belief is rooted in the understanding that AI can dramatically accelerate what teams can achieve, particularly in three areas. First, through the integration of AI in productivity applications. Second, through the adoption of AI by companies to increase what they can achieve. And third, through the innovations that are changing our world. Last year at Team, we stood on this stage and we announced Atlassian Intelligence to the world. We promised features that would make it easier for you to get immediate help, to get up to speed instantly, accelerate work, and learn on the fly. And in December, we made that a reality. We brought these features to general availability within our Premium and Enterprise editions. These features include our Generative AI and Editor, AI Summaries, AI Answers in Virtual Agent, Natural Language to JQL, and more. Since making Atlassian Intelligence generally available, the number of customers that are using AI in their weekly workflows has more than tripled. Teams are leveraging Atlassian Intelligence to boost their productivity, augment their teamwork, and unlock their organizational big data. And these companies are seeing real results. Customers tell us that they save over 45 minutes a week on average, and nearly 80% reported saving time using AI searching functionalities. This translates into real savings that teams can use for more proactive and strategic work to move their businesses forward. Let's take a look at some examples in action. First, FanDuel Group, a driving force in the multi-billion-dollar gaming industry, used Atlassian Intelligence to cut support tickets that require human intervention by 85%. And by leveraging AI Summaries and Generative AI Editor, Sonos has been able to streamline documentation and cut review time, boosting project efficiency. To make this possible, data, security, and privacy are built into the fabric of Atlassian Intelligence. We offer a number of controls that empower admins to determine how and when AI should be used across your organization. And teams can only access what they need. Atlassian Intelligence ensures everything confidential is inaccessible when searching, and all existing permissions are respected. We believe that we have a responsibility to develop these technologies both thoughtfully and deploy them with care. That's why we designed Atlassian Intelligence with our responsible tech principles in mind. This reflects our commitment to our customers, our partners, and our community. One outcome of our approach is that Atlassian Intelligence is never treated as an afterthought. We aren't creating bolted-on Frankentech. AI is interlaced through our platform and built into our common data model, the Teamwork Graph. This connects all teams' work together, even the work you do across other SaaS apps. It powers enriched experiences, connected insights, personalized suggestions that keep teams working cohesively, intelligently, and collaboratively. And now it feeds Atlassian Intelligence. Let's take a look at how this all comes together in real life. In today's fast-paced world, individuals are often expected to achieve more with less. But what if there was a helping hand to lighten the load? Many of you have been using our AI-enhanced editor in Confluence and other products such as Jira to improve your writing and get helpful suggestions to help put your best foot forward instead of in your mouth. In each Confluence page, you can now reference content from other Confluence pages or Jira tickets by mentioning them in your prompt. For example, imagine asking for the top takeaways from a market research project to include in your monthly report. You can now get your top takeaways via editor. And we're pleased to share that generative AI in editor is now generally available in Trello and Bitbucket and coming soon to Jira Product Discovery. Now your team can quickly write pull request summaries, release notes, and other key pieces of information directly from your apps. And Confluence AI summaries have become one of our most popular AI features. And we know why. They save you so much time catching up on documentation. I've never been excited when I see a Confluence page that has a read time of 20 minutes. But now with summaries, that's no longer so daunting. Today, I'm excited to share that we're helping you save even more time by bringing summaries to even more areas to help you. Do you have 50 comments on a page to sort through? No fear. Confluence comment summaries are coming soon to help you. Collaborating on Confluence page and you need to catch up on the changes that happened while you were out last week? Well, AI page catch-up gives you the TLDR of the history and changes. And by the way, we're also making AI summaries available soon in more places like Jira. You won't need to read through dozens of comments to get caught up on an issue. And finally, with summaries and smart links, you can even summarize just by hovering over links, even the ones that point to something such as a Google Doc. And setting up projects impact both the product teams and the teams that support them, from PM and engineer to marketing manager and content lead. Most of us have faced the time-consuming drudgery of taking an epic or project and breaking it down into multiple work items. Now with AI Work Breakdown, which is currently rolling out to customers in beta, you can do this from the press of a button. AI will automatically understand your top-level work items by reviewing your description and linked Confluence pages. It then makes suggestions for breaking epics into issues or issues into subtasks to organize your work effortlessly. You stay in control of the whole process, and once you customize and approve the suggested child tasks, your new work items will be created and nested in the proper hierarchy. Each of these features were built to accelerate user productivity by taking on some of the manual work we see distracting people on a daily basis. This is just a glimpse of what's to come. There are even more features that are on the horizon to help you do more with less effort. As advocates of Team Anywhere, we embrace global distributed teams. But this comes with its own challenges. One key one that we see is ensuring smooth collaboration amongst team members from diverse roles in various time zones. What if there was an automatic way to optimize real-time interaction and facilitate asynchronous communication and collaboration? Now, Loom AI is to the rescue to help you speed up your daily workflows, and no masterclass in video editing is required. Loom AI now creates written step-by-step guides, bug reports, and more from your video transcripts, automatically breaking your video down into easy-to-follow steps. There's even a direct connection to Jira, which means less time reporting bugs and more time bug squashing. When working virtually, it's valuable to see all my colleagues' ideas quickly pop up in stickies and Confluence whiteboards. But none of us want to draw the short straw and be the note taker or organizer. Confluence whiteboards are here to help. You can kick off a workshop or jam session by brainstorming ideas using AI to prompt and generate stickies in a whiteboard. AI pulls from Jira Product Discovery ideas, Jira tickets, Confluence pages to generate stickies for you. Then, at the end of your session, AI can help you organize and group your stickies into themes. This way, teams don't have to switch across multiple tools to manually collect ideas. And to take it one step further, we're going to be introducing AI content transformation in Confluence, so teams can move work forward seamlessly. After a workshop, teams can convert their whiteboard into a Confluence page rather than having to do a manual write-up. Okay, but what about all the great ideas that you just brainstormed? How do you ensure the requirements are represented correctly once it's laid out into a Jira issue? It's easy to lose time in the back and forth that can happen between teams and functions. Soon, you will have a tool to help reduce one of the culprits of this miscommunication. Jira Issue Clarity. Issue Reformatter solves this by reviewing and improving the clarity of your issues. Whether it's restructuring your issue description under headings, rewriting your language to be more clear, or prompting you with questions for extra clarity. It will ensure your issues are well understood and actionable by your colleagues. Today's service teams often find themselves bogged down with backlogs of repetitive tickets, many of which could be solved with existing documentation. Drowning in tickets means teams have less time dedicated to the tickets that are critical and require a personal touch. The Jira Service Management Virtual Agent helps teams take back their time from these tedious tasks by automating responses to frequently asked questions and common support interactions with AI. We're excited to expand the virtual agent to new services, including the Jira Service Management Help Center, which is now available in a limited beta, and soon to Microsoft Teams. The virtual agent not only makes lives agents easier, it delights help seekers with always-on self-service support across channels they use most. With each of these features, teams are able to augment their workload and improve collaboration, driving action with AI. But this is just a glimpse of how we're enabling you to deliver value at the team level. There's even more features that'll help you do this. Now, we're all surrounded by vast information, and many businesses tend to be reactive to data rather than using it proactively, resulting in playing catch-up instead of leading. What if you could measure every step of the journey with clarity and precision and anticipate the next best steps to take? Well, we're working on tools for that. And every person who has been on-call duty has woken up to be confronted by dozens of alerts. Clearly, things happened. But unpacking exactly what so that you can take action can feel like looking for a white cat in a snowstorm. Atlassian Intelligence is here to help. With intelligent alerts grouping, on-call teams can quickly identify critical alerts and separate them from less urgent ones. They can then drill down into AI-generated summaries for alert groups, including historical data and responder information, facilitating faster escalation and incident detail completion. We expect this will help all you on-call heroes out there. And we've been working to make every person in your organization able to access insights gleaned from data. Now in general availability, AI-powered chart insights help you better understand the chart data you view in Atlassian Analytics dashboards. The Insights feature provides a brief description of the data along with additional commentary about trends to make your data more actionable. With each of these features, you're able to unlock the power of big data across your organization. But this is just the start of how we're helping you tap into the powerful data that you all have. There are even more features to help you do this in Atlassian Intelligence. Now, we have a lot more to share with you, and I'd like to welcome our head of product for AI, Jamil Valliani, to share more with you. All right, you got it.
Thank you. Thank you, Melissa, and thank you all for being here in Las Vegas and online. It's incredibly exciting to see all the ways that Atlassian Intelligence is making so many tasks easier. Now, let me show you some of our latest AI-powered innovations that will redefine teamwork. First, let's talk about search. So many daily tasks start with a search. Finding a document, locating a ticket, looking up a team member's contact, that search box is a part of your daily life. We've seen great progress on searching the web. You can find a needle in the haystack on the web. But enterprise search is a different story. Searching for the workplace content you need to get your job done is still frustrating. Looking for the latest designs in your project or trying to find that critical spreadsheet, good luck trying to find any of that in less than a minute. And you're not alone. According to Gartner, nearly half of all workers struggle to find the information they need to do their job. But this is not surprising. The typical organization now has over 20 billion pieces of information spread across 200 applications and information silos. Each piece of information has unique rights, so every team member's search results must be different. Consider the impact this has. Every month, millions of users do hundreds of millions of searches in Confluence and Jira alone. Multiply that type of search activity over each of your apps and information silos, and you can see the magnitude of this challenge. It's many hours per day in every team. So over the past year, we've prioritized this challenge. First, we've brought some of the world's best search experts to Atlassian. They've quickly delivered significant relevance improvements to Confluence Search. In just the past 6 months, we have beat the industry-leading enterprise search engine in NDCG by over 8 points. What does this mean in real terms? Thanks. Search. That means the best results for your search are showing up at the top of the results page. Today, nearly 25% more searches are answered in the very first search position compared to just 6 months ago. And what's this NDCG thing? It's an industry standard way of measuring search quality. It means we label thousands of search results from ourselves and an industry-leading competitor. For each one, we look closely at how relevant it was, how close to the top it was. We do this over and over and over again. And it's a real Pepsi challenge. Our engineers don't know what searches will get measured or which engine the results came from. We're hardcore. We've also invested in cutting-edge search technologies. With semantic search and semantic indexing, we can now better understand the intent of the words you type and the content you have. Now, you don't have to guess exactly what to type. The search engine is now actually working for you instead of the other way around. Now, we didn't stop at making relevance better. We also looked at how we could radically improve your search experience. It's clear that search is not a siloed operation. For example, when you're reading a Confluence page, you may want to look up a related Jira issue, or vice versa. You should be able to find all that content in one place. So to solve this, we are introducing unified search, the ability to see the content from across the Atlassian ecosystem in your search. You'll start seeing search suggestions getting more helpful. Its recommendations are now personalized based on your recent documents and searches. And if you're looking for something new, it's suggesting helpful terms as you type. And when you see the results, you'll see content from all your apps in the results page. It will be easy to spot what you're looking for, whether it's in Jira, Confluence, Loom, and more. Finally, one place to find all your issues, tickets, pages, and more. We know you've been looking forward to this. Now, every second of your time is precious. With the amount of time people spend searching, we're looking at every step of the experience with this rigor to make it better. These improvements matter so much that we are making them available to customers in our cloud editions. But finding information is just one of the many challenges we face every day. You've shared many of the challenges you're facing in your organizations. The macroeconomic environment continues to push us all to do more with less. Your organizations are running faster than ever, and your global hybrid teams have to raise the bar on efficiency and productivity every year. There are an enormous number of tools and data silos out there. It's incredibly hard to find and understand your team's information. All this is happening while security and regulatory requirements are surging. We've heard that AI is supposed to make this all better, but how? Well, we took a deep look at how work gets done in teams. We recognized a clear pattern. First, we start by finding the information we need to do whatever task is at hand. Then we study that information, learning critical insights, patterns, and knowledge needed to complete the task. And then we take action based on that knowledge, taking our team and project forward one more step. We're running this cycle on repeat every day, every week. So we designed a solution that uses the power of the teamwork graph and Atlassian Intelligence to make each part of this cycle significantly better. Today, we've introduced Atlassian Rovo as the solution. Rovo is designed to revolutionize knowledge discovery and action across your organization. Rovo discovers and understands your organization's information and makes its knowledge available securely to your team members, and it enables time-saving actions. Think of Rovo as the large knowledge model for your entire company that allows you to move and act faster. Let's take a closer look. Let's start with finding information. I just shared our deep commitment to making the best search experience possible across the Atlassian product suite. But we know you have many chats, designs, documents, spreadsheets, and more that live across your applications. We want all Rovo customers to have a comprehensive, world-class enterprise search experience. So Rovo extends search to your third-party tools and data. We do this with Rovo connectors. Rovo connectors enrich your search results with many different objects, from GitHub pull requests to Google Drive documents to that conversation in Slack that you've been trying to find or that random SharePoint document. We add all these objects to the Teamwork Graph and Search Index, enabling all those search technologies I just mentioned to deliver an awesome search experience. We're also making it possible to add your own in-house data sources to Rovo. For instance, you can now index an internal knowledge base containing your team's APIs and services documentation. This lets your developers find and learn from internal resources quickly and from a single place. Within Atlassian, we've done exactly this, and it saved our engineers 1 to 2 hours a week. That's about as much savings as they're getting with AI coding tools. Admins will have full control of these connectors and their apps and custom sources. This makes your search experience truly tailored to your organization's needs. The results respect enterprise-grade permissions and are tailored for each use. Your team is now finding information securely, and you can get the answers they need faster. Now, Find in Rovo isn't just about search improvements. It's about changing the way you search for information by offering an industry-leading search experience covering the apps you use daily, custom connectors, and enterprise-grade administration. Rovo empowers you to access the information effortlessly, boosting your productivity. Welcome to Rovo's future of search. But discovering information is just the beginning. Rovo builds a custom, constantly evolving knowledge base for your company. It brings that knowledge to your team anywhere it's needed in an instant. Why is this important? Well, every day we're asking complex questions, trying to understand unfamiliar topics, distilling insights from mountains of data, needing to get our jobs done. Take a look at some of the real questions that Atlassians have asked over the past few months. These are the types of questions that require more than a search to answer. The answers to these questions are everywhere, in Confluence pages, Jira issues, Word documents, Google Sheets, GitHub issues, and so on. By reasoning over all your data in the Teamwork Graph, Rovo is able to understand new concepts that have unique meaning in your team. It knows all the resources that are related to that concept. And as those underlying resources change, Rovo updates the understanding of the concept on the fly, making it the source of truth for your team. How does this help you? That happens in a few ways. The first is through definitions. Let's take a look. So check out this Confluence page. Imagine being the new person on a team and reading that first sentence. You have a true WTF moment when you see this project and have no idea what it is. Normally, this would send you on a 15-minute search expedition. But with definitions, Rovo highlights this concept for you, indicating that it understands it's a unique concept and has a definition available for it. When I click, I can now see that Rovo has provided its up-to-date understanding of this project for me with links to relevant content and team members that I can learn more from. And guess what? If any of those content sources change, the definition will update automatically with the latest information, so I never have to worry about learning from an out-of-date document. What a lifesaver. Now, with the Rovo browser extension, you'll be able to access definitions from anywhere. So say you're in a Google Doc and want to know about this project. Rovo has provided this definition, and you can see that it is informed by a combination of sources in your organization. We also bring this knowledge into search. Rovo Search will have knowledge cards. Let's say you're wanting to know more about a project. Rovo will suggest the project knowledge card. It understands what you're searching for and can provide insights such as goals and status that are aggregated and curated from many sources. But this isn't just for a project. Knowledge cards will show up for a wide variety of concepts. Maybe you're wondering who is the driver of a project, or which team is working on that project. It's the wombats, not just Australia's cutest animal, but also a team in your company. Knowledge cards surface the information you need with the context you need, no setup required. What's more, Rovo knowledge cards will continuously evolve and become smarter and add more categories. And they're not bound to a small number of concepts. You can ask just about any question in search and get a clear answer, saving you extra clicks and lots of reading. We know that your need for information doesn't stop, though, with a definition or knowledge card. There are always follow-up questions, and you shouldn't be stuck poring for hours through documents to find those answers. But sometimes it's even hard to know what to ask. To help with this, throughout search, knowledge cards, and definitions experiences, we are suggesting intelligent follow-up questions. But who do I send these questions to? What team member could possibly know the answer to so many questions? Rovo Chat. It's your conversational AI interface available all your Atlassian tools. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with AI chat tools, so let me focus on what's different about Rovo Chat. You can engage with it directly or from a follow-up question. Here, let's make our way to chat from a definition card. You'll notice that it appears where you work, so you don't have to switch context, whether that's on a Confluence page or a Jira board. Secondly, it understands your context, so the results are tailored to the topic of this page, and it's the question you asked. Rovo understands the context of all Atlassian apps and supports over 40 different contexts from SaaS apps, thanks to the power of the Smart Lake platform. Next, the results. Rovo Chat is different. It answers questions about any object in the teamwork graph, any smart link, or anything it knows about from your ingested data or the knowledge it has created. As you can see from this example, it's return an answer combining data from a Jira project, a Confluence whiteboard, and a Google document. Where possible, along with direct references, it gives you beautiful interactive embeds, thanks to the power of the Atlassian platform to go straight to that content. Most importantly, like everything in Rovo, it respects your permissions, tailoring the knowledge and the answers for only what you already have access to, no matter what app it's from. So speaking of security, with AI tools proliferating, we know that data privacy is top of mind for you. And for good reason, let's face it, people are copying sensitive content and putting them into a variety of AI tools. With Rovo Chat, they can chat about any work content they're looking at, seamlessly without opening any other product. They can safely benefit from using large language models and the model that has direct, secure access to your organization's knowledge. It's better all around. We have zero data retention contracts in place with our model providers, and we are committed to providing you with full control over how your data is stored and used. Your data is only working for you, not for anyone else. Rovo transforms your team's mountains of data into knowledge and brings it to the places where it's most needed. With definitions, powering a customized, always up-to-date glossary and knowledge base that's available anywhere, knowledge cards answering your complex questions, and Rovo Chat making it possible to interact with your knowledge, your team will always have so many ways to access knowledge and insights. All this is being done following Atlassian's data privacy and security commitments. But Rovo stretches even further, empowering teams to turn knowledge into action. We believe that the future of teamwork is a collaboration between human specialists and AI-driven teammates. So with Rovo, we are introducing agents, your virtual teammates ready to be your extra pair of digital hands to get work done. These agents understand teamwork across your organization, access content for all your apps, and use semantic knowledge tailored specifically for your company. Like many other members of your team, each agent has unique knowledge, clear goals, and the ability to work alongside you. You can even allow them to have a dash of personality if you'd like. Just like other teammates as well, Rovo can take many actions across the Atlassian platform, like summarizing content, cleaning up a Jira backlog, suggesting improvements and fixes, raising pull requests, and finding related work. Agents are ready to join your team and help you out. They will redefine teamwork. Let me share an example. Imagine you're a product manager, and you're planning and prioritizing what your team should build next. Of course, customer feedback is essential to consider. Now, customer feedback is everywhere. Tickets in Jira, customer research videos, Word documents, the list could go on. Now, fellow product managers, you know this challenge. Get ready to spend a day or 3 combing through all these data sources, right? Not anymore. Meet the Customer Insights agent. This virtual teammate is ready to help you collect all that customer feedback and turn it into insights that are ready to incorporate into your plan. As you can see, you can add this agent like you would any other teammate. It has a profile card letting you know exactly what it does, the types of questions you can ask it, and even information on how many colleagues use it and how many reviews it has. Now this agent is part of our team. You can see it in our face file, and I can get ready to dialogue with it through the chat interface. You can also see these helpful conversation starters, so I don't need to awkwardly ask it what to do. Now let's cut to the chase and ask the agent what feedback it can find from this project. Bam, it has the context of the document I was working on and is quickly pulling all the relevant feedback, sorting and grouping it into 4 categories with clear summaries. And you can see it's pulled this information from a Google Doc and Loom Video where the information is stored. But there's more. Our agent saw that accessibility was both a section of our document and was also a theme in the feedback. So it's helpfully suggesting a follow-up question to ask. And now it's chasing that down for me. Here we go. And done. The agent has suggested the relevant excerpts from the company's accessibility guides and made it easy to insert them into my doc. I just saved a bunch of time researching and writing thanks to this awesome agent. But there's even more. The agent can find all Jira tickets already opened on this topic. There we go. It can even helpfully summarize these into a table I can put straight into my document. Think about how much time it would take to do this manually. And amazing. My doc now has data supporting the recommendations. Thanks to the Teamwork Graph, our friendly agent can also recommend experts who have worked in this area of accessibility. In a big organization, it can take a lot of effort to find experts to consult. We've all had the experience of trolling through the address book. Now we can let the agent do that for us. And boom, in just a few seconds, the agent told me exactly who to follow up with. Now let's reflect for a second on how this agent collaborated with me. I learned about it through its profile card before inviting it to the team. With the conversation starters, I did have to guess on how to use it. It could pull information from many sources to answer my questions. And it could directly insert content into my document with my approval. So in many ways, this agent just gave me an extra pair of hands to get work done. Agents can help with a wide variety of tasks, though beyond gathering and summarizing data. So let's just explore that for a second. Now, if you've worked on an engineering team, I bet you've had more than a few tours of duty as a backlog groomer. If you haven't, think of this as spring cleaning, but not for yourself, but for your entire team. And you can't just be like Marie Kondo and throw away the things you don't like. It's the tedious but important task to organize the team's backlog so they can get cranking. You usually have a few project plan documents describing the major themes of work, and then hundreds, maybe thousands of unsorted work items in Jira, some new, some dating back to the Stone Age. This often translates into missing happy hour, working late, probably on a Friday, to create those epics and work through those backlogs one item at a time to tie it to the right epic. Fun, am I right? But meet Backlog Buddy. This agent helps teams easily move from plan to backlog, organizing all their work in Jira. So let's get started. I've just finished capturing the next sprint's focus areas with my team in a Confluence page. So now I'm in my Jira backlog. I need to translate the page I've written in Confluence into epics in Jira, and then find all the related tasks to group together. And my team is already Backlog Buddy, and I can start conversing it with the agent from where I work Here on the board, no other apps or context switching required. We start by determining the epics, or the overarching themes of work. These are often captured in a long narrative document, which can be tedious to summarize and copy and paste from. So let's tell Backlog Buddy about this page and ask it to generate some epics. Backlog Buddy returns 4 epic suggestions and their descriptions, all based on the Confluence page. Now, it's important to note you're always in control. Agents don't take action without your permission. The agent presents me with an option to tweak its suggestions or accept them. But in this case, I'm happy with them. This is awesome. The agent has already saved me a boatload of time. Now that I've done that, the next step is for me to look through all my issues and try to put them into those epics. This is the really not so fun part, because let's be honest, everyone's backlog is not really a backlog. It's a giant list of someday tasks. Literally hours of work to figure out what's related. So I'll ask the agent to help me. Now, because it understands this backlog, the conversation history, and my context in the teamwork graph, it starts to look for suggestions with a simple request. It realizes this task will take a few minutes. And yes, even agents need some time to think sometimes. And within a couple of minutes, Backlog Buddy sends me a notification to tell me it's ready. And once again, you're always in control. It hasn't taken action yet. It's just come up with some suggestions for me to review. So I open it up and review its work, choosing what recommendations to keep and what to discard. This enables me to focus time on far more valuable work, making the decision of what's in scope versus hours of trying to find, read, and group the work into epics from my Confluence page. There we go. 80 issues. So in just the past few minutes, we saw Backlog Buddy read, write, create, and modify objects such as epics, issues, and pages across products. Run a complex job in the background and notify me when it was ready to proceed. Create a proposal for my review and wait for my approval before acting upon it. And it was able to get my feedback through a rich interface, not just in chat. Now, I've shared a couple of agents that will be available to everyone that has Rovo. In fact, Rovo will ship with at least 20 agents that are ready for you to try on day 1. But we all know that there are so many tasks unique to each company, organization, and team. So we wanted to provide a way for every team to write their own agents to help with specific tasks and rituals that are important to them. So we are making it possible for everyone to write an agent. That's right, everyone in this room will be an AI agent engineer. You don't believe me? Let's take a look at one example. Meet Decision Director. This agent was created entirely by a product manager, no engineers. It was created inside Atlassian, incorporating practices from the Atlassian team playbook. It uses a custom knowledge base and the teamwork graph to help our teams better capture, communicate, and make decisions. This agent's pretty simple. You pull up the Decision Director agent from any page covering a decision. It shows those conversation starters so I can access its top capabilities easily. In this case, I'm asking it to give me feedback on the decision document. Now it's reviewing the content on the page. It understands the structure of the page, the tables, the layouts, and so forth. It celebrates when the team has done well and identifies where it could be improved using green, yellow, red traffic lights. And it can also send you to learn more by pointing to internal and external resources. So what else can this agent do? It can find previous related decisions to help this person build on prior knowledge, making a wealth of knowledge contextually and easily available to the user. It can also leverage Atlassian's knowledge of people to find anyone that has relevant experience on this topic. Here it's giving suggestions of people and teams who have worked on similar changes. Remember, this was created by a PM though. No engineers were harmed in the making of Decision Director. We've been blown away about what you can do with no code and can't wait to see what you come up with. So how did this project manager write this agent? Let's check out the real code powering this agent. Believe it or not, they wrote it in English. That's right, and it's just a couple of pages. He did it in an afternoon. They clearly spelled out each goal the agent could achieve. Here you can see that the author started writing instructions for the agent's primary goal, reviewing and critiquing a decision document. It's as simple as writing down step-by-step instructions. The author also wanted to give this agent a bit of character and style. So the agent is directed on how to communicate, such as celebrating with emojis where appropriate, being succinct, and using a specific structure to provide feedback. And finally, the author spelled out specific actions the agent can take to successfully accomplish a task. In this case, executing a search, analyzing documents, and looking for specific attributes. That's it. You're all now trained AI agent engineers. We strive for it to be that simple. We believe that agents will rapidly optimize all sorts of business processes and rituals. Any repetitive process that exists in the enterprise today can be accelerated through agents. Every workflow in every enterprise can be rethought this way. Rovo no-code agents provide the platform your team can use to accelerate this transformation. These agents are so easy to write and have such transformative impact that inside Atlassian, in just a couple short months since we have started our pilot, we have over 300 agents written and 50 used in any given week in active use. Check out the variety of tasks and people who are writing these. Each of these represents an extra pair of hands available on demand to help our team accelerate everyday tasks. Now, earlier today, and in this session, we talked about Rovo agents that will be included, and we just saw examples of what you could build without code. And during this morning's keynote, you also saw an example of an agent that was built with code in Forge. This opens the door to saving time on the most complex of tasks. That feature flag removal agent you saw this morning has already saved our engineering team over 1,000 hours of coding time on over 400 mundane code hygiene tasks. It's allowing them to focus on delivering more value to you. But we're also excited to share that there will be an agents marketplace. There's many vendors building agents as we speak. Now, let me just give you a really quick sneak peek at what's around the corner. The user testing agent is designed to seamlessly integrate insights from usability issues, testing sessions, and research directly into relevant Confluence spec pages or Jira stories. The Zephyr Scale agent auto-generates draft test cases in Jira. It uses the full context of each issue, including steps to reproduce, and empowers teams to quickly initiate the testing process. And software teams managing large, complex releases can leverage the Launch Darkly agent to streamline their feature flag management. Draw.io is building an agent that can take a simple bulleted list and turn it into a process flowchart within seconds. And Zapier lets you connect your agents to any workflow effortlessly. For example, here is taking a customer list from a Confluence page for an upcoming event and automatically generating RSVP emails in Gmail from that Confluence page. It's incredible. So let me take a second to recap everything your organization gets with Rovo. A world-class enterprise search with connectors covering the universe of content in your company, an array of tools like definitions, knowledge cards, and Rovo Chat that will help your team transform data into knowledge and better understand it, and a robust agents platform that can add thousands of helping hands so your team can stay focused on doing what they best do. All of this is built with enterprise-grade security and Atlassian's commitment to data privacy, so you can be confident your data is only working for you. Rovo will be available later this year as an add-on to your organization's cloud edition. Finally, please join the Rovo waitlist. We'll share more information about the product, preview programs, and release details in the coming weeks. Thank you so much for your time today. We're looking forward to building the future of teamwork with you. Have a fabulous day.